That's a good question. I mean, it's changed over time. I mean, going through COVID and everything.
How is it like working in China?
It's the best thing ever.
So it's been an exciting time, but yeah, no, we love it.
Again, sincerely, all the tier 1 cities are growing so fast. The economy is doing amazing. This is the best city in the world, in my opinion. So yeah, I do think
The best city in the world?
Absolutely.
Briefly introduce yourself, your name, where you're from, and how long you've been in China.
Okay, so my name's Mark. I'm from England, Southwest, and I've been in China for nearly 10 years.
Nearly 10 years. Okay, man. I know you're very popular, but I would like you to introduce yourself once again. What's your name, where you from, and how long have you been in China?
My name is Mike. My Chinese name is Mai P. Li. I've been in China for about 8 years on and off. I'm from California.
California, right?
Oh, my name's Ingrid Hansen, and I'm South African.
Okay. How long have you been in China?
Nearly 5 years now.
5 years.
Yeah.
10 years.
A decade in China.
Nearly a decade in China, yeah.
How does it feel to live in China for 10 years, man?
It's a lot easier than it was when I first landed in 2015, that's for certain.
How's it like living in China for 5 years?
Well, it was, we arrived just before COVID in Shanghai, originally from Cape Town. And before coming here, we were in Indonesia, in Jakarta, and now we came to Shanghai. But we love it here.
You love it here. What do you do in China?
I'm an English teacher.
English teacher. So when you got here in 2015, what are some of the challenges that you faced?
Oh man, it was just harder to be here, you know, things like Didi weren't around and, you know, you're trying to get a taxi from downtown and the drivers would go, nah, just drive past trying to flag one down, so that was difficult. Then there was things like Ele.me app wasn't available, so ordering food, it's just a lot more convenient now. You've got an app for everything, you know.
How is it like working in China?
It's the best thing ever. I came here doing consulting, but then I switched to being a full-time KOL, so social media is everything I do now.
Right, so you said it's awesome, the best.
Oh yeah.
Yes. No, I mean, you definitely learn a lot, but they are very friendly, very helpful, very humble people, and I really enjoy it.
You said you really learned it. What have you learned being a teacher in China?
Patience.
Patience, right?
Lots of patience.
A lot of patience.
Yes.
Why so?
Yeah, they do things differently. It sometimes takes a little bit longer, and also sometimes you've got to put the processes into place. But it's all part of the learning experience, and it's been good.
What's it like working in a Chinese company?
It's good. Yeah, I mean ours is good. I mean it's a school, so it follows like a British curriculum, so it's kind of a bit easier for me. But I mean they're good, very good, and it's, you know, the Chinese staff I work with are very good as well.
How is the working culture in China as compared to your country where you come from?
Oh yeah, I mean it's different. You know, like generally people are happier here, you know, because they're paid well and the conditions are better. That's why we're here, right?
Right.
Yeah, so it's nice. You know, my colleagues are nicer. They're happier in general. It's the culture's just, you know, people are willing to do a bit more without, you know, expecting something back in return.
Absolutely.
How is the working culture here in China as compared to the USA?
I'd say this. It's much easier as a foreigner because you have a certain like appeal, uniqueness. But honestly, just everyone here is so friendly and easy to work with. I've never had anything like negative come my way.
What are some of the major challenges as a foreigner working in China?
That's a good question. I mean, it's changed over time. I mean, going through COVID and everything. Challenges here. It can be tricky sometimes navigating, you know, banking and kind of stuff like that. And I guess once you get out of Shanghai, where English isn't as easily spoken, it could be tricky trying to get certain things, you know.
I mean, being here, you face a little challenges here and there. What are some of the major challenges working in China as a foreigner?
I'd say Shanghai is pretty international, but the language is my biggest barrier. So again, my Chinese is really, really bad. So that is the biggest challenge. The biggest barrier is the language. But honestly, this is such an international city, you can get around with English.
Well, definitely when you arrive, it's not being able to, there's no cash, right? Not having the WeChat, not having the Alipay, you have to wait for the visa. I think that's also one of the biggest challenges. The language is the barrier. But once you get set up and you have your, you know, you find your apartment and everything, and you can use your Alipay and WeChat Pay, it all settles down and it's good. Yes.
Do you really have to speak Chinese as a foreigner to be able to live a very comfortable life in China?
In Shanghai, no.
No, Shanghai, no, right?
I mean, like I say, I've been here 10 years and I have made very little effort to learn the language. I can speak a little bit, you know, just, you know, functional, but you know, for someone who's been here as long as I have, I really should be doing a lot better. So the answer, no, you don't need to speak the language here.
Do you really have to speak Chinese to be able to work in China as a foreigner?
You don't have to. It's definitely beneficial if you could. There are some limitations if you do speak English. You can't do live streaming and stuff like that, but there are definitely ways around it. I personally have a full-time assistant that's also my translator. So again, she does everything that I need to in Chinese, so I don't really have to learn that much.
Good. You talk about language. Do you really have to speak Chinese to be able to work in China as a
No,
foreigner?
definitely not. No. You definitely don't need to be able to speak the language. Obviously, it's good if you can, and you could probably, yes, get further, but you definitely don't need it.
I see you to be one of the few foreigners that are very popular on Chinese social media platform.
Thank
How did
you.
you get yourself all over Chinese social media platform?
I mean, honestly, it's the same in the West. Just keep doing everything, keep posting, keep being popped up everywhere. Never say no, right? You ran into me on the street and I just said, yeah, let's do it.
Right. So if someone is coming to China for the first time, planning to come work here, what is your advice to the person?
Come here with an open mind, you know, probably your preconceived ideas of what China are like are probably far from it. You know, my parents just came out 2 weeks ago. My dad's 72 and he thought everyone was going to be wearing little straw hats and everyone was going to be small. And look, there's big dudes around. I mean, I'm just normal size here and I'm a big dude back home, you know. But so it's very, very different. It's developed, it's easy. You can pretty much get everything you want here, everything.
If someone is coming from your home country or a foreigner is coming to China for the first time, the person knows too sure about the life here, the working culture here. What is your advice to these people coming to China for the first time?
For the first time, definitely download every app you can. Get WeChat, get Alipay. Like, it's so easy and convenient to be here, but if you don't know how to use those apps, you'll struggle very much.
If somebody's coming to China for the first time, what is your advice to the person?
Enjoy it. Travel as much as you can. There's so many beautiful countries, so many mountains. There's rich in culture. The people are just really, really friendly, and just enjoy it. It's a wonderful experience.
Do you think China is true reflection of what is being portrayed in the media?
Shanghai, 100% absolutely. Again, sincerely, all the tier 1 cities are growing so fast. The economy is doing amazing. This is the best city in the world, in my opinion. So yeah, I do think
The
that
best city in the world?
Absolutely, no joke. And that's not like propaganda or anything like
Why
that.
are you saying that?
I can't help it. Like, I've been all over the world, and I still come back to Shanghai. This is definitely my home. I mean, it just.
Shanghai's your home?
Oh yeah. I've been here for a long time now, and I'm never gonna leave.
All right. Thank you so much for talking to me. Have a good time. Sir, thank you so much, man. Okay, cheers. Bye. All right. Thanks, man, for talking to me. I appreciate it.
All right, no worries.
Can we
Good
get some
luck.
pictures together?
Yeah, of course, man.
Oh man, man.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for talking to me. It's
No worries.
so nice to meet you.
Very nice
Let's
to
get
meet you
let's get a picture together, man. I need to capture this moment. This is the Shanghai railway station area. What about this and the lights?